Hey guys, Dib the Awesome here to give you a beginner's guide to Dx2 Shinigami Tensei. I really like this game, so I decided to do a guide after, a whole week of learning the game. Giving you my personal recommendations slash tips slash I'm sharing my knowledge with you guys and in this beginner's guide. So this is probably the most funnest free-to-play game I have ever played. Just hands down. It's very fun. And it's so easy to get, how they say, get good in the game. Without having to dump a whole bunch of, you don't even have to dump any money on it. It is as free-to-play as humanly possible. There's no reason to spend money on this game. Because it's all better just to work on it. It's the whole fusion system, the whole evolving system. It's just better than just dumping a bunch of gems on the gacha. Do not dump gems on gachas. Just don't. It's just better if you don't. You can earn summon like superior summon files, which lets you summon a 3 to 5. Monster 5 being the best thing you could get, which you could also rank up to 6. I mean, like, there's a rank system that goes all the way to 6 stars, and you can save, your combination materials for 6 stars, of course, but yeah, you get my point. You can basically get the monsters for free and fuse work for them rather than just dumping a bunch of money spending gems on the gacha, because the gacha in this game is really terrible, actually. There's really no point to spend gems on the gacha. Here's what you do to spend your gems on. You spend your gems on your, I even went to the wrong one. You go to the store, right? These are in terms of a free-to-play player, this guide is for free-to-play players, right? So in the game, they give you a bunch of gems, right? What you do with those gems, just get the best Meg pack. I almost have enough for my second Meg pack. I have actually been playing this game for, just a week, and they give you a bunch of gems for clearing the story mode. They give you a bunch of gems just when you start off the game. Use them for the premium Meg set. Just do it. It's just good. It's very beneficial, and you just get a lot of stuff out of it. You use these to make your... you use these to make 4s. I can't see myself making a 5 because, using 5, like actual 5-star monsters in this game is expensive. However, evolving is a different story. You evolve your 4s into 5s, and essentially they'll do you just as well, and it's just cost friendly. It's just, again, this is a really easy game to play in terms of a free-to-play player, and it's more beneficial if you do. You kind of feel punished if you do just dump a bunch of money on the game. It's not good. It's not good to dump money on this game. So get the premium Meg set with gems, and or the other thing. Before you do that, I highly recommend spending some gems to increase your monster inventory. Right now, I have up to here. I'll just Amut. We'll just kind of move Amut here. Nope. Click on Amut, and then here I got like 100 storage. So the first thing you should do, just get your storage to 100. I feel like that's enough. Right now, at the moment, I'm feeling like that's enough, personally. But, you have the option to increase it more because, those are the really two things you should use your gems for. Either increasing your storage space and or just increasing your, just getting Meg from the shop. Those are really the only two things you should spend your gems on. Because it's not worth doing the pulls. The pulls are garbage. I'm not saying you won't probably get something good. You might get something gacha exclusive, but you're also entitled to get things you just would have gotten normally from a superior file, which would have also gotten you probably something from the gacha, or like something that you could have just earned it for free, but you didn't have to spend any gems for it. But yeah, all the stuff is earnable. You can earn monsters from the gacha. You can earn Meg. You can use the gems for Megs and or increasing storage space. Those are the only things you should really use your gems for. It's what I highly recommend, playing this game and watching several other people tell me it was also a good thing to do. A lot of people also invested, like, it's straight on the bat, they put their gems in the gacha, got garbage, and they regret it because, again, it's better just to fuse and, you know, just make your own team. You know, then you're guaranteed to get things you want, you know? What's more favorable to you, getting something you possibly won't get at random at the, you know, the gachas, or just making it yourself? You can make a whole bunch of demons, even the stuff that are, you know, you can get from the gacha, well, except the gacha exclusive stuff, I mean, but the gacha is basically tied in with, you know, things you could have just gotten by just earning them, by just working for it. And this game is the definition of just like work. You can play and you eventually get rewarded. It is such a good game. It's well designed and it's fun. One huge thing to take advantage of. Here's something to take advantage of. These events. These right now it's called the Freak Storm. These events are month long, and you get benefits from it. There's nothing but benefits here. Pick up like monster dudes, the tomes that give like XP and or increased chances. Pick up the Yada mirrors. Pick up the brands. These are your equipment pretty much. Pick up the equipment. Pick up the beads. Pick up well, first off, before you get any of the stuff I just said, get the superior summoning files. These are the things, I think these are like the life essence of the game. These give you the good things that you can use for a fusion. So even if, just straight off the bat here, you do need, the gacha system is needed, because you get archetypes from it and you can use them for fusion. But again, that doesn't mean just go spending your gems on it. No, I'm saying they do use the things from gachas, but only use, you know, get the things from this. Use the superior summoning files, because it's it's free. Well, one, it's free, and these only cost 80 right now. They only cost 80 frogs, which is earnable. It's so easy. Because they give you a bunch of stamina game, like loads and loads of stamina, and you just do like easy quests. You can farm it. It's easy. Get a bunch of get all the superior files. You can get up to 5. They're 80 a pop. It's really good. Get the maca. Get the tomes. Don't get the parchment pieces. The parchment pieces is garbage, because you need 50 in order to do a summon. Don't believe me? I'll show you. Don't ever get the parchment pieces ever in any event. They're not worth it. Here, I'll even show you. So we go to summoning. I have a parchment piece on me because they gave me one, and to my surprise, it's gonna buy 50. What is this? Who's gonna have 50? Who's actually gonna farm 50 of these? More yet, 200. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers. But oh, that's 2,000. What are they smoking? Like, come on, it's like, man. But yeah, don't invest in parchment pieces. Parchment pieces is garbage. Superior files, that's where it's at, and you can earn superior files through, again, just playing the game. There is no reason to spend money on this game. It's just a game where you don't need to spend any money. You can earn everything, and I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome for a free-to-play game that really heavily influences on just play. Like, it's better just to play the game. Just play the game. You'll enjoy it. It's a lot more fun, and I'm enjoying it. I'm personally enjoying playing the game. I'm enjoying it so much, I'm just like asking like several of my friends, even my brother and his wife, to play the game, because it's a really fun game. It's free. You don't have to spend any money, and it's awesome. It's really fun. All the monsters I've gotten so far, it's just completely through, just through getting the superior summon files, because they usually give you something good and or good for fusing for later. Here's another good beginner's tip. Upgrade all your faculties, including these whenever you can, including the safes, because you'll get back what you spend later. It's always beneficial. I'll even do this right now. It costs like 3 gems. Bam. Upgrade your facilities. Upgrade this all the way, because you're going to get back what you spent later. That's just guaranteed. Upgrade your banks all the way, always. Upgrade all your stuff all the way. It'll just be valuable to you. I don't think you need to upgrade, well, personally, just because I don't even think the 30% discount at that point is enough to really shave off the expenses of actually fusing a 5. Just stick with fusing into 3s or 4s and then evolving them to max. I don't think it's worth fusing 5s. I personally don't like fusing an actual 5 monster. Again, fusing and evolving is different, but I don't think I could ever see myself dumping zillions and zillions of meg for just a rank 5 when I could have just used a 4 and evolved it, to 6. You know what I'm saying, my boys? It just makes more sense, and you even get 50%. I'm already on the 50% off for common fusions, so it's just worth it in the long run. It might be relevant for, like, the 30 discount is probably relevant for this one right here, this monster, but I don't actually know the price for it. It might just be worth it. I think multi-fusion monsters they might be cheaper than just the thing in the long run, just because based on the amount of resources you use to get them. You fuse 4 monsters, so it might be a very cost-effective rank 5. I don't really know yet because I haven't unlocked the ability to fuse it yet. It seems to be a really good competitive monster. But yeah, your ultimate goal is just to be able to make as much. Well, preferably 4. I think 4 is probably the best things in terms of cost effectiveness and very good competitive use. There's also some good rank 3 demons that people also run. They take the time to rank them up. A fine example being Osei. Osei is very, very common in competitive play because he has no weaknesses. So let's talk, I think since I'm talking about weaknesses now, let's get on to weaknesses. How does the combat of this game work? The combat in this game works like this. The main objective is to use the weakness of said, monster. Look at the weakness of the team. You gotta figure that out if you haven't discovered the monster yet. But I'm sure there's a site that lists all the weaknesses. Learning the weaknesses is fundamental because it allows you to get more turns in. The more you hit weak points of monsters, the more turns you get. And critting is also pretty good. Like if you use physical damage, I think physical damage AoEs, specifically ones that hit 3 times randomly at most, are just better than elemental AoEs. Stick with single target elemental damage and AoE physical damage. It's just better. And you even get punished. Because again, resistances matter in this game. If you get hit, you get an extra turn. That's for anyone. Anyone that gets hit by a weakness, that team that just did the skill gets more turns. So it's effective to it's really good to have a team that's not weak to anything because they can't get any extra turns off it. Which is awesome. That's amazing. Words. There are resistances in this game. Well, I just called it resistance, but there are things things beyond resistance like null, repel, and drain. I think you also get punished for. I think drain also takes turns away from you. But whenever you miss an attack, whenever you do a elemental AoE, let's say you do an elemental AoE and hit something that wasn't affected by it, you do lose turns. You lose 2 turns, 2 whole turn counters. I suppose I should probably go into PvP to actually showcase this. So, well, not even PvP. I can just go to. Let's go to the map here and just do a battle. Brand of Sin. I think I gotta work on slot. So let's go to the sloth here, and they're using holy damage. You can also, in this game too, you can also recruit friends, people you randomly meet and or just your actual friends that you invite to play this game to help aid you in a hard fight. I recommend saving these for hard fights, so probably around 4 to the rest. I think 4 up to the rest of the story missions in this game. You should bring them to those. And or any farming quest you just are having difficult time doing soloing it. So we're just gonna play battle here. So this is the system. All right. All right. So as we start the game off here, let's see if is there anyone that's okay. There's no one that's weak to, there's nothing that is null to fire damage. So we're just gonna kill these things. These don't help us with our demonstration. But as you can see here, multi-hit AO skills are good because they hit multiple times. And usually those things that have multiple hit skills in terms of physical damage usually have good base damage, which is awesome. Null. Okay, so this is null to dark damage. I didn't bring a dark attacker though. So that's not I can't showcase that. But you saw that, I just got a crit there. Did you notice that I get another turn? Do you see like that's a half token now? That's because I got an extra turn. So critting is really, really good in this game. Use physical damage skills, they're so good. Use physical damage skills like AoEs to single target skills that apply effects. And use single target elemental based skills, because you're just less likely to get punished. Right now I have AoE skills on my monsters. It's not like in terms of elemental based AoEs. I mean, it's not good. Period. It's just not good because there's a lot of you get punished for it. I think the worst AoEs, like elemental AoEs, is fire. Like the first one is fire because everyone runs a monster that repels fire, like Cerberus and or Tyrant. It's just punishing it. You just get more punished by it. So running advantage skills is really beneficial. I will say in terms of an effective, in this game there's PvP, an effective defense would running just all resistant, like running a team with just no weakness, and having a skill that is effective against a certain matchup, because then you'll just burn through the enemy's team. Sadly, I didn't bring anything that, did a repel, but, or a null. Like I can't showcase that you do get punished for using, like, elemental based AoEs. I didn't really do that for this situation. But, and also in another important note, if a quest has a boss fight, or just like whatever situation, if it's a boss fight, all you need to do is kill the boss to win, so you don't have to go through the minions. That's just a general side tip. But that's the combat portion of the game. Now, what's the most effective way of getting free, what's the most effective way of farming minions in this game? What's the most effective way of getting allies? The most effective way of getting monsters in this game is through the Aura Gate. Around 34, like 31 to 34, is when you start getting, like, good resources. Like, if you go all the way to 34. I haven't yet because there's a reason for it. I wanted to level up my characters before I tackled it. Like specifically the character that increased the Maka I gained, so I could use it effectively for fusion, or not fusion, evolving, and item drop rates increase. I think that's better. The more items I get from this, the more everything I get is just good. And you don't really have to use it right away. They give you a bunch of action points, as you can see here. I have loads and loads of action points. Like I got stamina for PvP. I got loads for walking. The only one I don't have for right now at the moment is stamina. But if I got like a player level up here, they just give you a bunch of action points every time you level up. They give it for stamina. They give you for PvP. They give you for Aura Gate. Aura Gate is used to farming monsters and Magneta. It's where you get fusion material. In fact, it's best the time to do that too. Here's another tip. Only enter the Aura Gate while there's a Meg event going on, and there is. It's double Meg on everything. It'll just help you in the long run. A nice thing too, a really, really, really nice thing too, is be sure to keep one of every monster. I know that's a weird tip, but keep things where it will lead to the thing you want. Or just do that. Keep things that will lead to the monster you want. I think that's a general good tip. I said there were archetypes in this game. What do I mean by archetypes? Alright, so what do I mean by archetypes? Alright, straight up the bat. Archetypes are, again, gotten through the gotchas, so just be getting them through the superior files. Whenever you do get a monster, they get a... You see this blue thing right here? This blue teal? This blue symbol here? I have my cursor on it. This is an archetype. This one in particular gives your monster another resistance. So this is actually the most useful archetype in the game, regardless on who it's on. It's just good. To have very few weaknesses. Usually you put this on things that that has 1 or 2 weakness, and it can easily be covered. So it's really, really good. People do put this on things like Osai, and a lot of people probably put this on Amut, because look at this. Amut's not weak to anything, which is awesome. I said elemental weaknesses, or no, just the resistance system is important in this game. So if a monster doesn't have a weakness, that's relatively good. I don't think it's too big of a deal for a monster to have resistance. I think just as long as they're not weak to it. As long as a monster's not weak to anything, I think that's a good monster. So this is a good monster, for example. This Amut, I like Amut. Amut's your boy. If you got teal Amut, he's your boy. he's your best buddy. He's your paligator, as I like to call him. Very effective monster because, again, not weak to anything. Awesome. Great defense monster. Will get you wins. Equip brands to your monsters. I don't have any brands on my monsters yet because I'm farming them. I'm currently farming. I want to give the best of the best things, so I just gotta wait for it. So blue gives you a resistance. It gives you a resistance. Yellow gives you a heal/buff move. So it'll either give you a res, healing, or protection skill. Red gives you a damage skill, usually for the most part. And purple usually gives you a passive, I believe. Yeah, it gives you a passive. So, for Tyrant, for example, a passive for Tyrant gets a, I do believe it gets a crit chance. I do believe it gets more crit, which is good for his, life stealing skill. It gets a 15% crit rate. So that combined with binge eating equals really, really good. Let's talk about transferable skills. Okay, so I really like this. Unlike, I play a lot of Monster Legends. I like this. This is really good. Transferable skills. You can basically give any monster any skills you want in this game. And through transferable skills, you can get up to two like customizable moves into anything. You can do literally anything. The only thing with that, though, is you need to be able to give them combined points. You need to give them a certain number of combined points. So how does that work? So we go into Hideout, and then we go to Pandium. This is where you do everything. This is your fundamental place. You do everything here. You do everything here. Sorry, never mind. But you do everything here. This is where you do your transferring, your awakening, your evolving. Awakening, real quick. Awakening basically means you unlock the 4th ability and you get their, or the 3rd ability, 3rd or 4th, I believe, and you get their thing. You get their special move, if you will, or their special thing. So, but you need Aether for that, which you farm in the Strange Signals. It's farmable, but again, I will say save your all your stuff until you get like the farming character for it, like I suppose I should show you what character I'm talking about. Get her. As soon as you get Rian, farm her, like level up a bit, get the passives. It's really easy to level up in this game. Get the farming passives, and you're good to go. You're ready to farm everything. Just because they give you a lot of stamina doesn't mean you should just dump it all. That doesn't mean that at all. You want to make use of all the experience you get because it's valuable to you. So we're going to go to transfer skills here. I did a guide on this. I suppose I did a guide on this. So maybe I don't even have to waste time on it. Go check it out in the descriptions below. But it's really simple. It is extremely simple, and it saves time on this guide. It's like 10 minutes. Just go watch it after this one. Don't ever use enhancing garbage. Enhancing's garbage in this game. You don't need to do it because, again, leveling. There's a way to level up through like leveling quests. You unlock leveling quests as you play through story mode, and harder difficulty level quest just gives you a bunch of XP. So just do that. Just play just play the game. You don't need to enhance. Enhance is garbage. Now brands is again the equipment, and I'll pull up my Cerberus here because he's the only one with equipment. Where's my Cerberus? Cerberus is right here. This is my Cerberus, all right? Keep in note the icons. Each brand that you can equip to the arm, left arm, right arm, chest, and legs. So you have a total of 5 slots here. Pay attention to their equip effects, like their set effects. If you set a set, you get bonus points for it. 3 sets equals plus 25% life. So as you can see here, I have a set of 3. And so I get the benefit from it. I will say it's more effective to have a set of 3 and then just put 2, like how I usually do it is a set of what that monster would like. So this one I did physical damage and life. And the last 2 slots you could invest in something it's lacking in, or you just want to invest more in like damage. Or just something, a stat you will just use. So if you want to just shove full damage like for a damage dealer, just do that. But yeah, that's genuinely it for brands. They're competitively useful. Do invest in as much brands as possible when you get the opportunity to, through like either farming them in the Origate, or just getting them through events like the frog one. Get the whole package of frogs. I myself when you get the brands, you won't get them right away. I think it's because you need to unlock the ability to open the boxes. I think there's a feature where you can open boxes, and I have yet to unlock it. So I'll do a guide on that later. But that's genuinely it for this guide. I think a real quick tip, just one last thing before I go. The multi-fusion is really important. Take the time to recruit these monsters and/or fuse these 2s. Pick up these monsters. Pick up all 3 of these monsters during your playthrough, or 4, I mean. Defuse this. You need this. This monster looks stupid. It doesn't seem useful in battle. Both of those answers are correct. However, it's got one of the best passives in the game. Luck. It's a really great farm skill. It's good. It's designed for farming. And hey, when you're farming, this is the go-to. You put this on your team. You just need 1. As far as I'm concerned, you only need 1 of these. You have the option to make 2. I think these stack. So just one or 2. You don't need more than that. And then pick up an Inaba at some point. So keep the cat girl. You get this at the beginning of the game. Make recruit this. I think you can recruit this monster too. I don't know if this monster is recruitable. Like I know you can farm the fragments for it, but I don't know if it's just like you just get it, through story mode. I don't know that. But you need this. These are the 2 monsters you need. This is used for Origate because it prevents you from taking damage. Run these monsters on like your second team. You don't want to run these on your main. What do I mean by second teams? I guess I'll show that real quick. Run the Naba and the foot monster on. Let's go to map. Run them on your second team here, because this is useful. You run them on here. See this? The foot monster's on my second team right here. This is your second team. This is your backup team. Run it on your backup team. You just do. Because your main team should be able to stay alive. Useful monsters to make right away. This is if you have the correct resistances. Right, real quick. So teal for the most part. I'm just going to give like 2 fine examples. If you get a teal monster and they fuse into these monsters, do so. If you ever do get a teal resistance monster and you know that it fuse into it, fuse either Osei. Osei is just good in any situation. Ranking them up isn't a bad idea. Fang Hung, this is a really good healer in the game. You need the teal resistance because it will help you with the fact it's weak to physical. If a monster's weak to physical damage and you don't have the teal resistance for it, don't ever run it. Just don't. Because again, you get more turns for hitting weakness, and to be weak to, you know, to an attack that every single monster in the game has for free. You know, everyone can basic attack, and so they get extra turns off it. Don't be weak to physical attacks. Again, just get the teal resistance. Get the teal archetype, and then if you can make it, make it. I think this monster is really good. I might actually invest in this monster. I think this monster is amazing once I get like the teal resistance for it, because it's not weak to anything, and it's got a really good. It has a really good effect. Enduring Soul. Heals 200 life upon receiving the killing blow. I think this monster is really good because again, it's kind of not weak to anything. I wonder why people aren't running it. It's strange to me that people aren't running this monster. I think it's so good. I think it's astronomically good. It even has mute, which prevents people from doing any skills. It has a chance to do it, and I think it's like the chance to mute it, which is good. Like not being able to do spells is awesome. It saves you most of the time. So I think this is a good monster to get. Right now I only have like 1 combination that turns into it, but I hope I get one at some point that does make it possible. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys are satisfied with this guide. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section below. I'm Dib the Awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.